Yo, what's going on, y'all? Let's go ahead and get it with this episode 8. I'm gonna try to do today, episode 10, and then that's all I'm gonna do today until probably until Tuesday is when I'll catch up to all of it. Where I do episode 11 and episode 12. But this episode started off really interesting because it started off with Seimei training. It started off with her being like, she was like a little girl. She was a little bit older. She seemed like she was around like 12, 13 years old. And she was going against like maybe little horrors that was just as old as her. And she was trying to learn how to defeat them and stuff. And then this dude came by who was the Doman came by. And it was Ashia Doman, the old guy that always fans out behind other guy, Doman, the guy with the scars on his face. Is like his master was a guy who was he was younger back then that came up to say, man, it was like Saban told him, I'm trying to get stronger, and he was like, okay, do you want to learn how to get stronger? If you want to, follow me and I'll teach you how to get stronger. So he accepted her as a student. Y'all, my people messing up again. And then he started Seimei her name because Seimei name was Kiyome before we know her now as Seimei. So he took Seimei under her wing and stuff. Good. But after that, the episode started off with them fighting like some type of vortex black hole like monster or something. It was pretty weird. Black hole mouth that came out like this and then was like sucking all the light away from everything. So Raiko came to Kentucky and was like, Kentucky, there goes a horizontal. Let's go. Seimei came along, and then once Raiko put on his armor, Seimei told Raiko, put on your armor, so that way you might be able to defeat it if you put on your armor. So he did, and jumped inside the thing because the thing was swallowing all the light away. And once he jumped inside of it to try to defeat it, the thing has sucked away like the shine, so his armor became black. So then freaking he had cut it and then he defeated it, but now his armor was black. It wasn't gold no more. So oh my God, what's going on? And then Raiko just started screaming, ah, and stuff. So then his armor shot off of him and he fell down on the ground. Kentucky caught him. Like they put him in their house and he went to sleep. And once he woke up, he started acting very differently. He started being more stern and direct and stuff. He usually just a guy that's not really kind of timid, not really stern and direct dude. But now you could tell that he was a different character, but not too different. But he was the same guy, except he was a little bit different. But as the story progressed, he started to become like bad. He started stealing. He started doing all that kind of stuff. And then Seimei couldn't figure out a way to turn him back into his original like form. So she sought out Ashi as her original master that taught her how to become who she is now. But he's evil. So like I don't know what that is. I think Ashia Doman still holds up for Seimei for her to turn to the dark side because he keep telling the other Doman guy that can't you see that within the light side of her and the dark side of her is always clashing? Like what is you looking at and stuff? And she went to him for help, and then he told her how to help him. He said the way to help him is you're gonna have to take the darkness that's in him and on his armor and seal it But once you do that, the darkness will be away from him, but it will never leave you. So she was like, okay, I'd rather for him not to have any darkness in himself than from darkness within me. So she did that, got rid of the darkness within him and stuff. And then the Doman dude came up to freaking Raiko and was trying to make him fully become dark and turn to the dark side. And before that was before Seiman actually showed up and showed him and jump, but she warded him off and he left. And they shot the darkness out of freaking Raiko and his armor, and he became good again. He became his old self. But and then that was the end of the episode. Pretty good episode. Like, stayed really the same, around 7.5 to an 8. Really 7.5 range, but sometimes it'd be almost an 8. But really is saying that where it's a good episode. Like, none of the episodes really get you hype or really have you like, oh my God, this episode was great. This episode was like this. This episode was like this. So really like that. All the episodes kind of stayed the same. They're not really stale. They're not stale at all. They just doesn't like episode that lets you down, but there's not one episode that brings you up either. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, 7.5 for this episode, man. Let me know what you think of the episode and all that, man. Like this video, share, subscribe, and all that, man. I'm Darryntheawesome. You're awesome. Stay awesome. I love your faces. Peace. One love. I'm out.